Hello everybody.
Peter, many congratulations. You are the Betfred World Matchplay champion. A stunning performance, a stunning week. Just sum up how you're feeling right now.
Obviously it felt, amazing. Obviously to, just have this trophy in my presence, and it's just like, wow, with all the names that have won it in the past, and and obviously, to play Dimitri in the final, he put up. He played brilliant throughout the whole tournament, but he didn't quite, turn up for the final. Not turn up, but he missed a lot of crucial doubles and let me in.
When you raced into that 8-2 lead against a man in your form, that's almost unassailable. And do you think maybe he showed you a little bit too much respect in those early stages? No,
them early stages, he missed doubles, and it shouldn't have been 8-2 to me. But I just went out and done my job and just hit the doubles, what was there, what was left, and I was trying to find bits of bursts of the games I was playing yesterday, and which I have done in the tournament as well. Bursts of nice 11 darters, 10 darters, whatever, and just I was trying to. But the first start wasn't really going in for me tonight, and it was I don't know why, but it's a W.
That's the important thing. You're very critical of your performances, even when you hit these big averages. But across the week, a tournament average of 104.91, is that arguably the best you've played consistently over these longer formats?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
You keep saying you should be averaging 110 all the time. Where does this rank in terms of your tournament wins on TV?
Obviously, it's the second from the World Championships, and that's I only brought 2 sets of darts, like I did in the Europeans. I won that, and it worked again. So I just got to make sure I don't take 20 odd or 40 odd sets of darts with me to my next TV tournament.
You told us in the Premier League that you need to stop tinkering. You said that yourself. Is the penny drop now? Is that it? Are you happy with them?
Well, I was happy with the silver ones, but as soon as I asked them to do these gold ones, and whose fault it was? Josh Payne. he come round and practice with us before, not last one, the floor tournament before, and he said they look nice in gold. So I contacted Bergh, he's in gold, whatever, and I actually got some gold paint in the garage. I actually got a set and sprayed them and just threw them for a little while just to see what they looked like in the board, and I went, they might be alright actually. But they just fly totally different. I've said it in other interviews. They fly totally different from the silver ones, and I don't know why. And I just feel more comfortable with them. And I could do lots and lots of things with these. And I've only just touched the surface of playing darts with these.
World champion, match play champion, Gezi Price now in your sights for world number 1. Would that tee off an absolute fantastic career if you could be world number 1 in the rankings as well?
That'd be great, but obviously I've got to try and defend the worlds. So, when I go and win the worlds 500,000, I ain't going to move anywhere. That's the thing, but we've got a few other tournaments. Obviously now qualified for the Grand Slam, which I'm happy about. So that's a bit more ranking money, and if I win the Grand Prix and the Grand Slam and pick up a few Europeans and retain my title European, I could be number 1 in the world before approaching the World Championships. And I think I could be.
Right now, do you think there's anyone better than you on Planet Darts? Right now, right at this moment in time.
No, there's all loads of good players out there, fantastic players, and but today they weren't here. And yes, I am at the moment.
Peter, many congratulations as always.
Cheers, well, thank you.
Peter, would you say that this is your best tournament win in terms of how well you've performed from start to finish all week?
Yeah, I dipped below 100, had the 99 average, and then I just played okie dokie for most of it, apart from obviously against Michael.
What was it like sharing that moment with your wife, Jo, at the end? Obviously, you've been through a lot recently.
Yeah, obviously as a family, and I think not just Joe, a sister, and everyone else, and other stuff, personal stuff as well. It's been very difficult the past couple of years. So that was, just to have it here on the finals night as well as, because it was the quarter final. She said she wanted to come. I said, you can't. You got to rest. She said, well, promise me you'll get to the final. And I've done that job, and then she made sure I won tonight.
It seems like with the return of crowds, Snakebite's being rejuvenated again. Real Snakebite's back.
The crowd were amazing, fantastic. I weren't expecting, the crowd to be, mostly on my side. I expected after, watching Dimi's game and how they were, I thought everyone would be on Dimi's side. The young man and the guy trying to retain his title would have been, I thought I would have got a lot of boos and everything, but no, hats off to every single one of them. Thank you very much, for supporting me.
A couple of weeks ago you said you were going to win this, you're going to win the World Championship. A few players were a bit taken aback by that, but you've backed it up emphatically.
Hey, I might have a big mouth and I backed it up. There you go, and I'm only going to get better, so practice, lads.
Thanks, Peter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Peter, I'm not sure if you saw in the presentation, but when you were speaking to Michael Bridge, Dimi was clapping along and singing along with the crowd.
Yeah.
It shows the amount of respect he's got for you, and how, even though he's disappointed, he's happy that you're about to win it.
Yeah, he knows the hard work and everything, and the tough time in our family and everything, and when he come round, he can see what he can do in darts, what we've accomplished, and for him, what he's done so far, so quickly. He's only going to get better, and I appreciate the support from him like that. That's because he's a gentleman, and and we respected both each other up there. There was no in-your-face stuff and all that lot, trying tactics, and I think we just went up battling each other, and that was it. And that's what I'm sure people want to watch instead of face-pulling competitions.
Say that winning breeds confidence. The calendar is always busy in the second half of the year.
Oh my
God! Feel like you're in a good place. Yes.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to playing every weekend now. And Michael will be as well. He'll be coming back to form. I'm going to say one thing anyway. I'm going to retract my words that I said that early on in the year. I don't think Michael will win a TV tournament, but I think he could do, because he's going to come back strong. And if someone knocks me out in a tournament, he might not have to play me in a final, and he'll win it.
Thank you very much.
But he's coming back strong.
Cheers for your time.
Hey, congratulations, fantastic. How big a tick is that of your bucket list, that trophy?
It's amazing, isn't it? It's the second. It's horrible saying the second biggest. One of the best major summer Blackpool trophy that you can have, and with all the greats on it. And as I said before, it's just like watching. I used to watch all these guys on TV playing and winning it, and now I've got my name on it, and I'm the champion.
Well, it's a great performance. Are you aware that only Phil Taylor has won that with a bigger average than you here?
Really? Is it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, that's because he's a legend, isn't it? And he used to destroy everybody, including me.
And that would have been as special to win that if Joe wasn't in the corner watching, would it?
No, no. I know she would have been obviously back at the apartment watching it on TV, but it made it more special with her here.
Next up, Premier League. Obviously, that's next one off the list.
Premier League, yeah. I just find it really, really hard. I'm just disappointed the way I play in it. Yes, I've got to the final once, but you should love it because you're playing darts every single week. Well, when it's back to normal, you're playing every single week, traveling the country and everything. You know, maybe I might be able to work out, because like I never used to play well in the Grand Prix, and it's strange because like I used to play one leg double start in my local league, and I was like, why can't I get my head around this competition? And then finally I worked out and got to the final. Grand Slam was the same. It was hard work to try, and European was, you know, I have to try and work what I've got to do to try and get myself into that final.
Well, big congratulations. You are now officially a Betfred World Matchplay champion. Very well done, Peter.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you.
What would you do tomorrow? Would you follow Olympic?
Tomorrow?
Yeah, what would you do tomorrow?
We got to try lots of packing in the car to try and we got about 6.5 hours to get home tomorrow. So, but it'd be great because you know, go and see the kids and see the animals and see my dogs, and you know I've missed them. So that'd be great.
Tokyo Olympic now is held. Yeah. Would you like to watch?
The Olympics?
Yeah.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'm going to start watching Olympics. I love the Olympics. Yeah.
What kind of program apart of that? Any other sports do?
Any other sports? Obviously, I watch the Olympics and what other sports. I watch a little bit of golf.
Golf.
Yeah, tennis. I watch the tennis. And actually, to be honest, I watched the tennis final and I watched Djokovic win. And I watched his like little celebration when he won. So he didn't give it too much and stuff like that. He just held his hand up like that to his obviously his manager and family, and just like that. It just went, no roaring or nothing like that. It was just, and I was like, he keeps it all inside, so don't let nothing out.
So we are so lucky because even Tokyo Olympic is held in the empty field, and here they have full of spectators. So what's different feeling compared this year and last year?
I struggled last year with no crowds. It's really hard having no support, trying to get yourself up, and obviously you've trained for that tournament, get yourself ready to go on stage, and it's very hard when you haven't got anyone there behind you, even if they're not supporting you. You know, if they're booing you and stuff like that, it still make you play better. But it's, you know, it's going to be very hard for them to get that little extra nerves, you know, to be in front of big crowds normally. You know, that gives you that extra couple levels, and but you know, I wish everyone luck in the Olympics.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Do you want to? Yeah, congratulations first of all, Peter.
Okay.
We come into this tournament talking about this new depth of talent, young players up and coming, pushing the likes of you at the top. I guess Dimi led that pack and is now at the very top of that pack. Do you think, does that make you even prouder to accomplish what you have tonight, given we talk about this depth of talent these days?
Yeah. Just look at the youngsters who were in the tournament.
Yeah.
You know, like Callum Ritz, you got Luke Humphreys, you know, I don't know, obviously Dimi, and who else? There's obviously Michael's still young, to be honest. You know, it just shows you how good they are now. You know, and that's why I've got to practice harder and change things and look for them little different, just like a couple percentage on my averages and stuff, that to try and keep ahead of them. You know, otherwise, because they want your place, they want what you're doing, and they're going to work hard and so, but I just got to make sure I work harder.
Yeah, well, we saw tonight, like you mentioned, that the walk-ons were electric, and you and Dimi at the end were quite emotional. The fans kind of took you both into your hearts throughout the whole tournament because you both played exceptionally. Did something feel a bit more special tonight, maybe because of what everyone has been through in the past year? Everyone's had their own different stories of what's happened. Did it just feel a little bit different this year, maybe?
Yeah, it obviously totally different. Obviously, obviously this horrible disease, COVID, has taken many lives around the world, everywhere, and it's nasty, horrible thing. But for us to have people back and getting jabs and double jabs and taking tests and whatever we've got to do just to get this dart show going back to where it belongs. It's been a lot of hard work, and hats off to everyone who's done that. And it would have been not nice to go back to Milton Keynes. I know Milton Keynes have done a fantastic job for putting us up and everything like that, but if I passed Milton Keynes on the way up there and I went, we're not stopping there. Blackpool. So it was like, it was nice to be back home where this trophy belongs and the dart players belong and the fans.
Appreciate it, Peter, and it's been a pleasure watching you all week.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
One very quick one from me. You obviously talked about before what's happened with Joe, what's happened with surgery. How important was that for you, especially what you said previously in the Pro Tours? How important was that for you to make sure that you delivered, not just for you, but for Joe as well, and for everyone alongside of your family? Because I imagine it's been an emotional time for you the last few weeks.
Yeah, I did say in the Pro Tour, didn't I, on the last day I was going to win the match play, didn't I? And that was like a month ago. Well, it felt like a month ago. Obviously, I've had to practice hard to back it up, and it was obviously to actually pick it up and not losing. It's like Joe's dad and Joe said, like, well, it's you got to the final. I said, yeah, but I didn't just play this game just to get to the final. I'm here to win it, and that's and I did. So.
You did fantastically well. Thank you very much for your time, Peter.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.